So we are still over $400,000 in debt, but we are breeding this litter anyway. Today, we will be talking about real numbers and having real faith. Hey y'all, we are the Rosharon Frenchie Breeders, home of the 3K up, baby. And even though we are in like complete debt, including our mortgage, loans, credit cards, we are using Frenchies to fund our future. So in today's episode of the RFB B3 Podcast, where we talk about the babies, the Bulldogs, and the business, I will be breaking down our real household and business numbers as Miss Dreeks, 1/4 of Rosharon Frenchie Breeders, and representing the married mom entrepreneurs. Okay. So this is not fluff. This is not any fake 6-figure overnight super story. This is just our transparent truth. So our current mortgage payment is $2,284, and our current mortgage rate is at 5.625%. Now, I am a disabled veteran, a retired Army veteran. So I'm so thankful that at least the military covers our mortgage payment. So thankful for that. We currently have a VA home loan. Now, on the screen, I hope you guys will be enjoying Blossom and Burberry's Go Home Day for our World Travelers Litter. Even though this was filmed months ago, I thought it would be kind of cute to have this basic breeder budget conversation alongside us showing how excited we were for that day and how we knew we were going to be taking our family on our very first when breeders take a vacation and break family cruise. So this was everything leading up to that moment. But let's get back to the basic breeder budget, baby. Okay. So we're going to be talking about our monthly household and business. I can't talk today. Our monthly household and business expenses, why we save 10% of everything that we earn. Because if y'all did not know, we have started a breeder business book club, and we are currently reading The Richest Man in Babylon. And this book has definitely transformed my mind, my husband's mind, and our whole dog breeding community, because it's changing the way we look at money and how we steward the income that God is blessing us with. Today, we'll also be talking about how we're building the business to pay for the business. Okay. We no longer want to be paying for the business with our household income. That's backwards. And in 2026, we said no more. So we are currently in the second year of our business, and things are going really, really, really well. We just had our first breeding in year 2 with Mama Dream and Mr. Piggy Bank. And we are so excited to see how this goes. We're praying that she's showing some signs, y'all. So definitely keep us lifted up in prayer there, because we want these Frenchies to fund our future and help us get out of debt. Okay. We will also be talking about how breeding, merch, YouTube ads, memberships, and sponsorships fit into our debt-free plan, because this is part of our basic breeder budget series, where we will be talking about the real numbers, the real pressure, the real faith, and the real strategy. So definitely stay tuned for more information on our breeder business book club. That is a complete series on the channel now. You can check out that playlist. Our basic breeder budget series, that is also a playlist on the channel, and our life as Rosharon Frenchie Breeders. We have a complete playlist on the channel with all of our videos, all of our live streams, and we share our life, our lessons, and our losses. Okay. So, y'all, even though we pay our bills on time and sometimes early, we are currently protecting our credit. We give generously, and we are learning how to grow without fear. We're still in debt, right? So we're making the money, but we're not at a point in our business where we are keeping the money, because we use a lot of our personal income to fund the business. But if you are a breeder, if you are a content creator, if you are a family building something bigger than yourself, this episode is definitely for you. So I'm going to be honest with y'all, okay? Whew, When I started to do the numbers, Lord Jesus, we started having the conversation last night, our first ever basic breeder budget episode live. And that was in collaboration with All in the Family 706, and he started going into how much his household makes a month, how much their mortgage is, how much money they put down for the mortgage, and how much his cell phone bill is, insurance, lights, electricity, water, everything. And I was like, oh, he was prepared. Like he came ready with the numbers, baby. So today I made it my business to sit down and really calculate everything that's coming into the house and everything that's going out of the house. Because even though we are a two-parent household, we are a multiple income stream household. And sometimes if you're not keeping track, a lot of things can get lost in the sauce. So we have two boys and we want to teach them how to steward well. So today I wrote it all down. The $400,000 debt bill, I wrote it down. To include the mortgage, loans, credit cards, all of it. And even our breeding expenses, I've been keeping up with everything that we have been spending or investing in to make sure that this litter will be successful. Not the litter on the screen, but our upcoming litter for 2026. So y'all, we are not in denial. Okay, we don't want to be ignorant because bliss is not ignorance and ignorance is not bliss. So we want to build out of strategy, stewardship, and faith, right? We want to know exactly what our numbers are, and we want to pay every bill on time, if not early. Even though our credit scores are really, really, really strong, the last time I checked, my credit score was at 735. I think that's amazing considering the amount of debt that we have. And I am including our mortgage with that debt. I know that that might be a little strange that I am including our mortgage with debt because sometimes people only talk about student loan debt or credit card debt or personal loans as debt. But no, our mortgage is a loan as well, and I just want to be very conscious about the amount of debt, the total debt picture that we have, right? So, even though our credit scores are strong and we have made the decision to save 10% of everything that we earn because we have been learning from our breeder business book club, because we are reading The Richest Man in Babylon, that a part of all we earn is ours to keep. And I say that to myself every day. Even when I see new bills come in, I say, okay, a part of all we earn is ours to keep. And I've started to say it to myself, a part of all you earn is yours to keep. A part of all you earn is yours to keep. A part of all you earn is yours to keep. So it doesn't matter if it's YouTube income that's coming into the house as a 1099 contractor with Google. It doesn't matter if it's my husband's income coming into the house from Amazon Flex and favorite delivery driver as a 1099 contractor. A part of all he earns is his to keep. A part of all I earn is mine to keep, even though it's feeding and funding the household and the business, right? And then my VA compensation, a part of all I earn is mine to keep. Now, my husband and I, we share the responsibility of paying our bills because all of our income goes into the family account. Now, although we are still funding the business with our personal income, we want that to change, right? So sometimes in life, families don't really show or talk about their budget. They don't really talk about their income. They don't really talk about their debt, but we want to normalize that for our dog breeding community as well as for our kids. Like, we want them to be comfortable talking about how much money they make each month, how much they are paying other people, okay, with their hard earned cash. And we want them to be comfortable saying, Daddy, Mommy, I save 10% of all that I earn because that's what you taught me. And then when they get to a position in life where they can save more than 10%, that will be a great day. But hopefully we will, budget wisely, take care of this debt so that our children will not be in the position that we are, and they will be set for life. So let's go back to the conversation, y'all. Credit scores are strong. Okay. We made the decision to save because a part of all we earn is ours to keep, right? We are not flexing. This is about transparency. Okay. So now we want to show you what it really looks. Girl, talk right. Now we want to show you what it really looks like to build a breeding business while raising a family, honoring God, and refusing to quit just because the numbers feel heavy. Now, these are our real expenses, real pressure, but this is a real plan to get out of debt, okay? And teach others how to do the same. So if at this point of the video you are liking what you are hearing and you are here for the basic breeder budget series, I definitely want you to double tap the screen, double tap the screen, double tap the screen for me, please. Or you can just simply like this video, share with a friend if this content is helping you in any way. So let's get to the numbers, baby. Let's get to the numbers, baby. Okay, so currently the household is bringing in about 8,000, and that is not considering the puppy or the products. That is just like fixed income around 8,000 currently. Um, this year, of course, we haven't bred yet. Well, correction, we have bred, but we haven't had the puppies or sold anything from the litter. So I don't have those numbers for this year. But right now I'm gonna fix our budget around $8,000 a month. Now our mortgage is around 23. Should I'm gonna give y'all some rough numbers. Our mortgage is around $2,300 a month. We have an insurance bundle that includes our SUV, our homeowner's insurance, and windstorm for about $200, which I think is good. If y'all have any suggestions on how we can save there, we're currently with USAA. Please let us know. And then our water, sewer, and garbage bill is about $90. Electricity is about $150. The Wi-Fi is about $15, and we also have fiber for $99. So we do have a backup. We're full-time content creators. We have to have strong internet. That's why we invested in fiber. And then we have a cell phone bill that is currently $300, baby. Okay. Jesus Christ. And that is for 4 lines, 2 iPhones, and 2 watches. We have an internet cable bill for $30 a month, an HOA bill, okay, yearly $1,400, but I have budgeted for about $120 a month. A doorbell service bill for about $10 a month, and then we do give back to Babe's home island, Dominica. We do support his family back home because our dollar is worth almost 3 times their dollar. So we do send $100 back home every month, and I pray that we'll continue to be able to do that. So we're looking at a household subtotal of around $3,400, which is a blessing because the military takes care of all of that. And then we have some subscriptions that equal about $665 currently. I won't bore y'all with how many subscriptions we have for the house and the business, but it is a lot. Okay. But we don't look at it as us wasting money because they're all subscriptions that we use for the business, like Ecamm Live. We use that to live stream daily. Canva Pro, we use that for our graphics. Sam's Club, we use that for the house and the business and the dogs. iCloud, ChatGPT, YouTube memberships, which are currently open. Definitely tap in. We have Amazon Prime, Amazon Kids, stuff like that. And then for the loans, credit, and debt payments, y'all, this is the biggest headache, and this is what I am praying that we can get rid of this year. I'm praying about it. In total, we're looking at about maybe $1,700 in debt payments, excluding the mortgage, right? But that's about like $5,700 a month, baby, going out. And at this point, it's like, Father, can you hear me? Okay, because the margin after our household income is about like $2,400. And that is for food, gas, the dogs, emergencies, and anything extra that we might need to spend. But this is encouragement for anybody listening. If you are wondering how to breed your first litter of puppies, or whether you should breed, or even for the experienced breeders, and you're like, I don't know how I'm going to do it this year. Like, dogs are very expensive. Breeding is very expensive. Hold on. Definitely tap in, subscribe to the channel, turn your bell notification on, because we will be upload. Well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, we will be uploading more pertaining to this series. I actually love accounting. I studied accounting in undergrad, although I changed my major. I was a dual major with marketing and accounting. And I just, I took a psychology class and I was like, oh my God, I don't know myself. So I switched my major to psychology and tried to, pair it with some child development skills and some other things. And I eventually got my master's in psychology with the focus in clinical psychology, became a little clinician, and I did that for 7 years. And then it was just something in me that was like, oh no, this is not enough. I miss marketing. So I went back to marketing, got another degree, did some hair in between, and I have been a little entrepreneur for 25 years now. I have been making money on my own terms, whether I was working for someone else or not. Did my time in the military, got out. Now, I'm a 100% disabled veteran, and it feels amazing to work from home, be able to work from anywhere, travel the world with our family and our kids, and do it all to the glory of God. It truly, truly feels amazing. And the military paid off my student loan debt over $60,000. OMG. Imagine that. Like, God is so good. And we're not saying this to boast or brag, but we have to tell our story in its authentic truth so people can be encouraged. If you are listening to my voice or the sound of this video right now and you are like, okay, I'm drowning in debt, I don't know how I'm going to do it. Y'all, we have gotten out of debt so much. We actually shared this with our community last night. We have gotten out of debt so much and so many times. It's almost shameful right now to be sitting in debt again. But sometimes, that is the downside of starting a new business because you incur a lot of those startup costs. And I feel like it's not talked about a lot in the dog breeding community. So we wanted to bring the real numbers today and shed some light on some of the things that you can expect to happen within your business. Now, we are not just running a fly by night operation. We are undergirding 7 businesses, 7 brands, 7 YouTube channels. So it will require a lot more of our time, attention, and income. And we understand that. But to be in year two, early in year two of our business, haven't had a litter yet, preparing to have our first litter of the year, I still find that we're doing really, really, really well. I feel like having the numbers now on pen and paper and being able to see them, being able to gauge when a bill goes up, when a bill goes down, when a bill is due, right? Having certain bills to be automatically drafted from one bank account. I made sure I did that today. I want all of the bills to be drafted from one bank account and not being credited to credit cards or 2 or 3 other accounts. Like now I have a full picture of how much we're spending and I can budget appropriately. But let us know if this content is helpful for you guys. Let us know if you are enjoying our basic breeder budget series. Also, let us know if y'all are enjoying reading The Richest Man in Babylon with our breeder business book club. You guys, we have so much coming. We're currently in YouTube class right now. We're learning some behind the scenes secrets on how to grow, how to keep turning content into cash. So, if you are interested in telling your story and getting paid to breathe and live and move and be at home with your family or retire one of your loved ones so that they can be at home, y'all definitely consider joining our memberships. We currently have 2 tiers: Dream Catchers, which is just for overview learning for the self pacers. And then we have the legacy legends that are like, nah, I'm ready to go. Tap me in, coach. Put me in the game, baby. I'm ready to go. Okay. That is our premium tier, and they get a lot of hands-on help. I know you guys have been seeing them on screen lately. They have been introducing themselves. They have rebranded their channels and their marketing strategy, and they're also getting ready to breed their first litter, you guys. So definitely subscribe to their channels as well and keep cheering them on. But this is my time. I am Miss Dreeks, a married mom entrepreneur based in Houston, Texas, representing 1/4 of the Rosharon Frenchie Breeders, home of the 3K pup baby. On this channel, we do talk about faith, family, Frenchies, fun, finances, and having mental fortitude to stay the course. Okay. So remember that the same old story is the same good news. We love y'all. We will see y'all soon.